All right, so here is your module on being intentional. So this is a very important one because your intentions really determine what happens next. So if you have a poor intention behind your action, it's probably not going to turn out to be the best thing for you anyway. So the intention you set before you do something is very important. Some of us don't even set intentions at all, or don't even know that we should be doing it. So this is obviously your training on that. So what we're going to cover is what an intention is, how to be intentional, and then some best practices for being intentional. Um, you know, forever pretty much. So basically, we're just going to cover first what an intention is in the first place. So intention is the purpose behind your actions, the reason for doing something. And we're going to discuss later what intention looks like in exercise specific in the training section, what type of workouts you're doing, what type of lifts you're doing, why you're doing them, what's the purpose behind this. We're not just doing workouts just for no reason. There is a purpose behind the specific exercises we are choosing within the workout. But we'll dive into that a lot deeper, okay? But you can kind of take that mindset and you can put that intention behind every aspect of your life, right? There's reasons for doing stuff. I'm doing things because I want to be healthier and lose body fat. I'm doing this because I want to develop a better relationship with food, because I want to develop confidence, because I want to be healthy and fit, because I want to become stronger, because I want to live a longer life without strife and pain, and because I want to love myself and my body. All right. And your action throughout the day should reflect these things, right? So, for example, this looks like I chose to eat ground turkey with rice and veggies for lunch today instead of going out to Chick-fil-A with my coworkers. Why? I did it for a reason. I made that choice purposefully because of all of these things, okay? There is a because behind it. I decided to go to the gym after work today instead of going home and plopping down on the couch. I did it because of something, not just because I wanted to. I chose to eat this thing for a reason. I'm eating ground beef and rice because it really helps my gut and I digest it well, instead of this processed junk because I know that's how that's going to make me feel after I eat it, right? So you're thinking about what you're doing and the purpose behind it. It's not just, okay, I'm doing this just because, right? And as you go through this program, remember, it's vital to remember that each of your actions are going to have a reason behind them. Just like us, when we program stuff, whether it's nutrition or exercise or whatever, when we make those decisions and tell you what to do, there's a reason behind it. We're not just doing it for shits and giggles. We're not just doing it because, oh, this is fun, or this, this should make sense, or theoretically or whatever. Like, no, there's a reason that we're telling you to do specific things and other people specific things and other people specific things, right? Like, there's a reason behind those things. There's an intention. There's an outcome that we have in mind that are influencing the things that we're telling you to do. And that should be your mindset. Okay, there's an outcome I have in mind that are influencing the decisions I'm making now. And that is what's going to drive your intention. So all we ask, again, because we are having this specific planned outline for you, and we're deliberate and intentional when designing the course for you, all we ask is that you are also deliberate and intentional when you follow the steps. So the next step here is how to be intentional. So what we're going to do is you're going to start asking yourself a couple of these questions when you are making choices or making decisions or taking action, right? Decide what's most important to you. Okay, so ask yourself, what's my number one goal right now? What do I really want to achieve more than anything? Okay, then you're going to use that answer to determine your actions going forward. Does the action I'm doing right now align with that number one goal? Does it make sense for me to be doing this right now? What will the outcome be if I do or do not do this, right? Will I be happier or sad after making this decision? Which one, okay? Now, remember, your actions should have a reason behind them. Make sure you're not just going through the motions, okay? What this looks like in action is planning ahead and setting the intention, telling yourself what it's going to look like. So an example of this is like by planning ahead and setting that intention, this is what it looks like. If you're going to a barbecue with a family, before you arrive, set the intention. I'm going to get there. I'm going to have a healthy plate with 1 or 2 treats. That way I'm not depriving myself. And I'm going to have 3 beers. That way I can enjoy myself but not go overboard. Okay? You're literally saying this out loud. You're setting the intention. And another example too is if you're going on a trip for work or vacation, these are a way you're going to set your intention there, right? I'm going to book a hotel that has a fitness center so that I have a place to work out. I'm also going to prepare the trip with high protein, healthy snacks. I'm going to bring beef jerky, pork rinds, cheese sticks, Greek yogurt, whatever else you like. right? Get down to the specifics and set that intention. I'm going to work out on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday to make sure I stay consistent, right? So, like, again, you're setting the intention, you're telling yourself what's going to happen before you get there, okay? And then last but not least here are just some best practices for being intentional. The first one is to ask questions and ask for help, okay? This goes through when you're in the program. What tells me that you have a desire to be intentional and set that plan going forward is to ask questions and ask for help. This shows you're interested and you're interested in putting forth the effort to what you're doing. Okay. Number 2 is planning ahead. This is a very good practice, whether it's planning your meals, planning your workouts, or planning other activities that align with your overall goal. We have to get ahead of possible distractions or diversions from the plan, right? So if the plan is to work out 3 times a week and you want to be, meal prepping and that sort of thing, put it in your schedule, put it in your calendar, set the intention that on Sunday at 2 p.m., I'm going to be meal prepping for an hour. Boom, set the intention, schedule it, plan it, do it, right? The third thing here, recapping and overviewing, basically just analyzing what happened. Okay, after something happens, we're going to look back and we're going to analyze it. Was that a good choice? Why or why not? Okay, I ate a donut and I had 3 beers. Was that a great choice? Probably not. Okay, well, how can we go forward from here and make better decisions in the future, right? So recapping, overviewing what happened, analyzing, okay? Another really good best practice is to set reminders and set alarms for your workouts, for your meals, for anything. I literally have clients, if they need it, and if you need to do this and you know yourself, then go ahead and do it already so that in 2 weeks, I don't have to come in and do it for you, is to set the alarm or like a reminder in your phone that at 12 p.m. every single day, I have an alarm on my phone that goes off that tells me to take a break from work and go eat lunch. Or I have an alarm at 3 p.m. that tells me to stand up and go walk, or like different things like that, right? And then the 5th thing is just committing to the program, right? I had to throw this in there. And what this looks like and what's going to help you be intentional and what shows us that you are intentional is turning in your check-in on time, being at the community calls, responding to your messages, asking a lot of questions, interacting within the app and exploring all of its capabilities, communicating with your coach when you feel off. Doing all of these things on a regular basis proves to us that you have a desire to actually go to where you say you want to go instead of just saying you want to go there without putting the effort and the action behind it. Okay, so doing these things tells us you have the intention to actually bring those dreams and those wants and those desires, bringing them and having them come to fruition. Okay, so go through this again, read through it whenever you need to remind yourself how important it is to be intentional. If you need more help with this, please let myself or Alexi know.